Hi, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. Today, we're talking about something almost every new parent stresses about, and that is whether to feed their baby with breast milk or formula. And if you've ever been on social media, you already know people have very strong opinions about this topic. And as someone who's pregnant right now, I've heard so many mixed messages that I wanted to understand what research actually says. This episode is all about clear and supportive information, no pressure, no judgment, so you can choose what works best for you and your baby. So let's start with breastfeeding. Breast milk has some amazing qualities. Research shows it protects babies from infections, supports cognitive development, and even benefits mothers by lowering the risk of certain cancers. It also changes based on your baby's age and even their health, which is so cool. But we also have to talk about the challenges. Breastfeeding is not always easy or even possible. Some parents struggle with supply, latch issues, or even pain. Others face medical conditions, postpartum stress, or workplace limitations that make breastfeeding difficult. Research also shows that a lack of support is one of the biggest barriers to breastfeeding. And that is something parents don't hear enough. Choosing to breastfeed or not being able to does not make you any less of a parent. Sometimes the healthiest decision is the one that supports you too. So now let's talk about formula. A lot of people think formula is second best, but that isn't backed by science. Formula is safe, heavily regulated, and designed to meet all of a baby's nutritional needs. According to Kids Health, babies digest formula differently, but they still grow and develop normally. And modern formula has come a very long way. Studies show that many formulas now include probiotics, milk fat globule membrane, and lactoferrin. These are all ingredients that support immunity and development. These additions help formula mimic some of the functions of breast milk, even though it isn't an exact replica. For many families, formula is the option that fits their medical needs, lifestyle, or mental health. And for others, the best choice could be combination feeding too. So when you look at nutrition for breast milk and formula, here's what research shows. Breast milk contains certain immune and developmental components that formula can't perfectly recreate, but formula is specifically designed to give babies complete and balanced nutrition. Babies fed with either breast milk or formula grow, thrive, and meet milestones just the same. So when parents compare themselves or feel guilty, it's very important to remember that both feeding methods support healthy development. So, why fed is best matters. This is a very important topic for today's episode, and that is the idea that fed is best. This approach recognizes that every family situation is different and that feeding shouldn't come with shame or pressure. Medical sources like Medline Plus emphasize that parents can choose breastfeeding, formula, or a mix of both based on what works best for them. A fed baby is a cared for baby. What matters most is that your baby is nourished, safe, and loved. And honestly, as a soon to be parent myself, this gave me a lot of comfort. Feeding your baby doesn't have to be perfect or look a certain way. It just needs to work for your family. So, to close, the biggest lesson for me is that feeding your baby doesn't define your worth as a parent. Thank you.